This is my third toilet that I've changed this week. Step number 1 is to shut off the water. Go ahead and flush it. And then I use a rag to get the rest of the water out of the tank. Disconnect the supply line to the tank. Then I use a plunger to plunge out any of the water that's in the bowl, as well as much as I can get out of there. Use a rag, just trying to get as much of the water out as I possibly can so that it doesn't end up on the floor or end up in the bottom of the trash bag when I put the toilet in there. Leave the rag in there, helps soak up the water. Both of these bolts are actually broken. That side was broken off, and this side, the washer was completely gone, so the toilet will be able to lift right off of there. But if not, sometimes you have to use some sort of cutting tool to actually cut those bolts so that you can remove the toilet. Right here, I always like to place the toilet inside of a trash bag. I'm just setting up the trash bag, and then I'll put the toilet in there and wrap it up. Remove the old wax ring and the old bolts. I'm trying to knock off, there's a kind of a scale buildup inside of the cast iron pipe. I'm trying to knock off some of that cast iron, or some of that scale buildup inside the pipe. With the old wax ring removed, you can now install the new bolts. Position the bolts in the middle of the pipe, so it'd be in the center of the cast iron open section right there. Install both of them and then position them so they're in the center of the pipe. You want to try to make sure that they're straight. I kind of base it off of the wall. So I kind of go off of the wall and then look and then try to make sure that both of the bolts are straight and like parallel with the wall. Right here you can see that, how they're straight, and then I kind of base it off the wall. Clean up any loose debris on the floor. I already scrubbed this area, and then test fit the toilet without the wax ring. I'm going to check and see if the toilet is going to rock, or you're going to need to do any shimming on the toilet. Remove the plastic from the wax ring. And then I like to place the wax ring actually on the toilet base itself. Once you have the toilet positioned where you want it, then you're going to want to push down on the toilet and smash the wax ring, and that's what gives you the seal between the cast iron and the toilet base. Right here I'm doing some crazy stuff. Doing a little rodeo. The order that I like to install the white piece, which holds the decorative cap, and then a washer, and then the nut. Snugging them up, and then I alternate back and forth between just tightening them up a little bit. Don't over tighten them, you will crack the porcelain. Install the decorative caps. They just click into place. Remove the nuts and washers from the bottom of the tank. Sometimes these are found in the bag. This piece I'm not using. And then I like to just double check to make sure that the nuts on the bottom of the tank are tight. This is the gasket that goes between the toilet base and the actual tank itself. I like to apply pipe dope to it just to create a better seal. Apply it to the tank. Set the tank on the toilet base. Installing the washers and nuts, and then also here I alternate back and forth. I push down on the tank and then go back and forth, tightening up each side just a little bit. Remove the old supply line. Install a new 12-inch supply line to the toilet. Install the toilet seat. Right here you'll see it comes with some type of rubber gasket that goes between the actual toilet seat and the porcelain bowl itself. Turn on the water. This is a multi-turn shutoff, so you have to crank it all the way out. Flush it, check for leaks. Here on the underside of the lid, there are a list of replacement parts that you can actually order, I think from Home Depot. Right there, it's all done. I did caulk the base of the toilet to the actual floor itself.